Welcome to Tyler Sock, ladies and gentlemen. Today is October the 8th, 2022, and ladies and gentlemen, we had an interesting Extreme Rules. I'm excited. Maybe you guys know why I'm excited. But, ladies and gentlemen, we will tell you guys why am I excited. It happened at the end of the show, so let's get to the show. Hey, I thought it was an interesting Extreme Rules. There was some good matches. But we do have one new women's champion. Because we only had two women's title on the line at Extreme Rules this year. And it was the Raw and the SmackDown Women's Championship. Both was on the line. But ladies and gentlemen, we had hard-hitting matches here. And people just want to hurt each other. We got Seth Rollins and Riddle want to hurt each other because of family problems. Because Seth Rollins wants to make fun of Riddle's family and his divorce and all that stuff. Gunther and Sheamus wants to beat the living hell out of each other because Gunther cheated his way to win and retain his Intercontinental Championship. Man, there was a lot of things here. So, there was no pre-show match. There was nothing. But we did get some clues, ladies and gentlemen. We got some clues. We saw a rabbit in the entrances of the first match, the Brawling Brutes and the Imperium. We saw a rabbit in the audience. Well, I didn't see it. I don't have good eyesight. But some people seen this rabbit. But later on the show, we saw a guy with a camera, and he was rushing to the arena, and we see a fan taking a picture with a rabbit for a second. And between, I think it was the ladder match, the LED lights on the barricade, it turned off for a second and turned back on. So a lot of weird things happened. And it got revealed at the end of the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, first match we have the Brawling Brutes versus the Imperium. In a old-fashioned Donnybrook match. It was supposed to be like an Irish bar fighting match. And guess what? It was all like that. We got barrels. We got a bar stools, we got everything, shillelaghs. But ladies and gentlemen, these guys were hard hitting each other every time. But Sheamus got rid of the big major problem, and that's Gunther, because he was the power guy out of the team. So he did his finisher onto the announce table to get rid of Gunther. And then Mr. Sheamus did a brogue kick on Vincini and gets the win for the Brawling Brutes. Good job for them. Then we had Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship in an Extreme Rules match. Liv Morgan tried her best. She was doing everything she could, but Ronda was doing a lot of submissions. But ladies and gentlemen, after Liv Morgan put herself through a table doing the senton like she did to Lacey Evans weeks ago, she got caught into a submission where I guess Ronda Rousey was sitting on the arm and the head of Liv Morgan and she passed out. But she was smiling while she was getting knocked out. So, the winner of that match is your new SmackDown Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey. Liv Morgan had a good run, but Ronda has a win sometime between those two. I think we're going to have a rematch. I think Triple H does rematches now. He's not like Vince. I think there's going to be a rematch. Then we had Karen Cross with Scarlett versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this match didn't start for a while because Karen Cross didn't want to put the strap on. And then when he threw the strap outside the ring, Scarlett took it to distract Drew McIntyre, and then Drew McIntyre and Karen Cross did a brawl. They even brawled in the audience. all that stuff. But when Sheamus knocked out Karen Cross for a couple of seconds, then he put on that strap, and then the bell rang. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Karen Cross, thanks to Scarlett and some pepper spray. She sprayed a whole bunch of pepper spray in Drew McIntyre's face, and then we saw the cross hammer from Karen Cross back of the head to win the match. Then we have Bianca Belair versus Bayley in a ladder match for the Raw Women's Championship. This was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. This is the first ever Women's Championship ladder match? I thought there was one of that. There was a first ever TLC. It's like a ladder match, but this is only a ladder match, not a TLC match. So yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things happened in this match, but at the end, we saw the Damage Control try to stop Bianca Belair. Didn't work out. Asuka was injured. I guess Alexa Bliss got injured as well on Raw. But a lot of things happened. And then, ladies and gentlemen, after a KOD onto the ladder again, well, technically, the ladder was around, Bayley was holding the ladder, like a piece of a ladder. She broke one. Because she broke a ladder, she broke the things that holds it, and then she has one piece of it, she put it in the corner, and then she didn't want to get KOD'd, so she grabbed that ladder that was in between the corners, but it didn't work out because Bianca Belair still got her, she was still holding on to that ladder, and then she did a KOD, and the ladder was smashed on the hands of Bayley. And then the winner of that match, and still the Raw Women's Champion, was Bianca Belair. Then we have Finn Balor versus Edge. Well, Edge did not quit because he couldn't quit. Because he couldn't fight anymore. There was a lot of things happening. We got Rhea Ripley, we got Dominic and Damian Priest, but we got the boys first. They got beat up, and then Rhea Ripley came out of nowhere and handcuffed Edge. And then the Judgment Day started beating up Edge for a little bit. Then Rey Mysterio came out, started hitting people with chairs and 619s. But then Dominic knocked Rey Mysterio off the apron. And then Beth Phoenix came out. Edge's wife came out to attack the Judgment Day. And then she had a brawl with Rhea Ripley. But it looked like Edge was about to win. He did 3 spears, and he broke off the bottom piece of the chair and puts it in the metal, do the crossface, and put that metal piece in the middle of Finn Balor. But, ladies and gentlemen, we saw Rhea Ripley knocked out Beth Phoenix because she was cheering on her husband saying, "Come on, quit, quit, quit." But Rhea Ripley knocked out Beth Phoenix with brass knucks. And then, ladies and gentlemen, they just, the Judgment Day just grab Edge, because Edge didn't want to quit, so they had to do a different way. So they threatened to hurt Beth Phoenix with a steel chair, but Edge did say, "I quit." He said, "I quit," but, ladies and gentlemen, Rhea Ripley still used the steel chair on the back of the head of Beth Phoenix. But you know how... After that, you know how long it took them to get the paramedics? They brought out producers that can't do anything because you can't touch a knocked out person. Never touch somebody. Always call 911 for that. And they brought out referees. They have Rey Mysterio there. They can't do anything. They need paramedics. Oh, man. Then our main event, Matt Riddle will be versus Seth Rollins in a fight pit match with the UFC Hall of Famer guy, Daniel somebody. Still don't know who he is. But, ladies and gentlemen, it was a hard-hitting match. These guys want to hurt each other. Even Daniel got involved because Matt Riddle accidentally punched him in the face when he tried to get Riddle off. And he throws Riddle. He says, "You're not fighting me, you're fighting him. So don't hit me." And then Seth Rollins did the same thing. He shoved Daniel. And then Daniel pins Seth Rollins on the cage. Says, "You're not fighting me. You're fighting Riddle." But at the end, they were fighting on top of the I forgot what they called it. There was like there's two there's the ring and there's like a shelf thingy there. They were fighting on top of there. We saw pedigrees, we saw RKOs, but at the end, Riddle wins the match by tap outs. Riddle wins, finally ends his rivalry. But ladies and gentlemen, now is the end. We thought it was over because they had that little name tag thing every time they end the show. But when Matt Riddle and Daniel was going up the ramp, the lights went out. Michael Cole been asking, are we still live? Because remember this White Rabbit thing, the commentary has not acknowledged about these White Rabbits or the codes or the random things that been happening in the shows. Nobody has said anything. But we hear he got the whole world in his hands. That's Bray Wyatt's thing with John Cena back in the day. And then we saw a couple of characters, in the audience. We saw Mercy the Buzzard. Somebody was wearing a mask of Mercy. Rabbling Rabbit. I think I said his name right. Husky the Pig. He looked like a really big guy for a Husky the Pig. Husky's supposed to be fat. This guy looks strong. Jeez. We saw the Witch. And we saw a person in the front row wearing the Fiend mask. I thought it was a Fiend, but it wasn't. Because, ladies and gentlemen, they showed the Firefly Funhouse with all cobwebs and the puppets. The puppets are dead, but the real life puppets are not. And then the TV went on with a creepy guy's face. And then there was a door at the ramp. On the stage where the Extreme Rules Titantron is. It opened and it blinded me with light. But ladies and gentlemen, out comes Bray Wyatt with his lantern and with that creepy mask because he was on the TV. He revealed himself to be Bray Wyatt. He didn't target anyone. He didn't attack anyone. I guess this is just saying that he is back. Because this is the guy that everybody wanted back. Everybody was upset that Bray Wyatt got released. When we read his name, that he was the man that got released. People was upset. I was. And I told you guys, I got two guys I want to be returned by Triple H because we all know Triple H will do great for business. And those two guys was Johnny Gargano. He made his return. And Bray Wyatt, he just made his return to the WWE. I'm happy. The question is, the people that we saw wearing the puppets mask, are those wrestlers or just actors because they are dressed as the puppets? Because people are saying Bray Wyatt might have a faction. He might have a faction, but I think Extreme Rules was just about Bray Wyatt, not the faction. It was all about Bray Wyatt, showing him, revealing the White Rabbits, not everybody else. Because they were on the videos and the pictures, but remember what they said, they're going to reveal the White Rabbit, and I'm guessing the White Rabbit is Bray Wyatt. He wasn't wearing a White Rabbit's mask, he was wearing a creepy mask. Well, not really creepy, but he was wearing a different type of green mask. But I think Extreme Rules was all about Bray Wyatt, his return, and then we're going maybe on Raw. If he's on Raw, we will see under those guys' masks. Maybe those guys are wrestlers, not just actors, for Bray Wyatt's return. Because there's sometimes they hired army men for John Cena's return, or some people in more like different countries for that certain guy that is from that country. They hire those guys for his return. So they hire these guys to wear the puppet mask for Bray Wyatt's return. Maybe they're not wrestlers; they're just actors, just for Bray Wyatt. Maybe Bray Wyatt is the only return and the only guy that's going to be part of this White Rabbit thing. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but they always hire some. If it's not a faction, they always hire other people to do these things because we don't know who's under those masks. They didn't show any skin. They were in the dark. There was a spotlight, but they didn't show really up close to these guys. And I think they were wearing full clothed and gloves that you can't see no skin. Like, we don't know if the person is wearing having tattoos or hair. So we don't know what's happening. Maybe on Raw, maybe we will find out more about those characters. But right now, at Extreme Rules, because they said White Rabbit is getting revealed. Just the White Rabbit. Nobody else. So I don't think White Rabbit is the faction name. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy that Bray Wyatt is back. I hope everybody else is happy. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit the like button for Bray Wyatt's return. I thought it was a pretty cool return and a lot of creepiness and interesting things. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy now. That's all for me today. Tell us out. Bye.